Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of The Meg. So yeah, these are little surfers on my shirt. I thought it was appropriate for the Meg, right? I don't actually have a shark-related shirt. Kinda shocking. But surfers, sharks, we're all in the same ballpark here, right? Jason Statham returns to the big screen to provide us with another over-the-top but fun-looking action film. This time, co-starring with a megalodon. Of course, this trailer got a ton of buzz. People have actually been really hyped for this film. I thought it looked like some good old-fashioned, dumb, big, loud fun. And more or less, that's what you get with The Meg. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. For the most part, I think this film was really self-aware. It knew that it was ridiculous, including the very end of the film. I'm not going to spoil it because I thought it was such a cute little, add-on right before the end credits begin. But it knew that it was pretty ridiculous. You could tell from the marketing at that. You had their little great white getting eaten by the Meg. You saw Chomp on this as part of the campaign. The shark jumping over and snatching people off of top of boats. It all just read super self-aware, not taking itself seriously. It knows what it wants to be, and that's what it goes for. At least for the second two acts of this film, we are just all out having fun with the concept. And when it is effervescent like that, when it is having fun, when it is going over the top and pushing that gas pedal down, it's fun. You just kind of are along for the ride. You want those big gags from this film. You get everything from a megalodon literally swallowing some huge thing whole. One of our suspense moments, to whales. Whales playing big parts in this film, and people on top of whales, and that being another shark attack moment. I mean, it just gets wild, and when it's wild, it's a lot of fun. It's hard not to just smile and be along for the ride. Jason Statham is doing what Jason Statham does. He's certainly charming in this film, and as forced as the kind of romance was overall, I think that Statham and Li Bingbing actually had a nice little repertoire, a nice little back and forth, a nice little chemistry. And Li Bingbing, I think, was actually really good in this film. I thought she had some really fun one-liners. Her character was like a nice mixture of somebody who was saved, but also somebody very self-assured and confident in her skill set. She's also a great mom, which I think was a really nice through line to have. Plus, I loved how the cast just seemed effortlessly diverse. We had a lot of diversity. There was even a joke about the black guy not being able to swim thrown in there. Again, it was all tongue-in-cheek. It was all self-aware. But our Asian characters spoke English, but also spoke in their native tongue quite a bit, which was a cool thing to see and experience in the film. So a good portion does take place in Asia, in Asian waters. But I think overall it was just nice to have that diverse cast without any of it having all this attention drawn. And it flies by. The runtime just swims right along because they keep throwing these awesome, over-the-top scenes at you. You never have time to get bored. It's not long enough to drag, and they move it along at a nice pace. So what were some negatives when it came to The Meg? Well, the biggest negative is that script. You know it's not going to be original, you know it's going to be cheesy, you know it's going to be kind of dumb, but the stuff that came out of those people's mouths, sometimes literally had me cringe up a little bit, convulse in the theater, just a smidge, because it was just so terrible. Most of it was so on the nose, so cheesy. I was just like, oh my, okay, this is a little bit much for me, even with my expectations coming in. And I do think that the first act gets us off to a rough start, because that first act is way too serious. The second and third acts get fun. We get these cool thriller elements added in that are really good and effective, and they're a good time. But that first act is really serious. The film feels as though it's taking itself really seriously with this outrageous concept right off the bat. The science, the action, the dialogue, the acting, everything just felt too serious in that first act of the film. Thankfully, it eased in. I was really worried during the beginning of this movie for what was to come. I also think Ruby Rose, her acting skills are already very questionable. And this is a kind of role she should have done well in, but she didn't. They had this one scene where they had like close-up shot of her crying. Oh my gosh, I was like, why'd you all do this to her? Why did you not only have her need to show this much emotional range, but then put the camera like right in her face? Like, come on. I also think the effects waned in and out of good to okay. That's terrible. I think a lot of stuff with the Meg herself actually looked pretty good. But then we got like these humpback whales that didn't look so good. So overall, the Meg is pretty much what you're anticipating it's going to be. It is a big, dumb, fun blockbuster film about a gigantic shark that is supposed to be extinct, terrorizing the oceans. And I think it mixes in enough like legit filmmaking with Sharknado ridiculousness and camp that it's going to appeal to anybody who enjoyed those trailers. It honestly presented itself as it was in those trailers. So if you like shark movies and you're looking for just a fun shark film, I'd say give the Meg a matinee ticket. I don't know that it deserves that full price overall, but you'll have fun enough with it. Trust me when I say Pippin steals the show. You'll know him when you see Pippin make an appearance. That little Pippin stole the heart of the film. So that is my review of The Meg. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see The Meg? And besides Jaws, what is your favorite shark film? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!